The identification of issues related to a certain topic can be really helpful in developing our thesis for a persuasive speech on that topic. And we can make sure that that thesis has a social impact by addressing that particular issue. We have several different ways that we can use the issues to develop a thesis like this. One way is to use our reasoning and an exploration of the evidence to see if one side is right. And if that one side is right, then maybe we create a speech focused on supporting that side. So for example, after analyzing the issues and looking at all the evidence, we might be able to determine whether one side is right or wrong about whether the death penalty causes people to suffer. So the execution of that individual, is there suffering involved? If we determine yes there is, or no there is no suffering involved, then we can create a thesis that says one or the other of those things. And as a result, we can demonstrate to our audience that we've explored this issue and shown that this is the correct perspective. Another way of using issues to develop a thesis with social impact is to identify areas of common ground that might lead to compromise. So we've noticed that both the pro and the con side of the death penalty have a concern for protecting innocent lives. The pro side is interested in protecting the general public, and the con side is interested in protecting people who have been wrongly accused and charged and tried for a crime, and that put them on death row without them actually being guilty. And so using the death penalty to execute them actually harms an innocent life. So there's this common ground over a concern for protecting innocent lives. Maybe we can use that issue to propose that we only use the death penalty in cases where clear DNA evidence is available. That way we protect the innocent public, at least in the eyes of the pro side, and we also protect individuals who have been wrongly incarcerated because of the trial and not having enough evidence to support true guilt. So we can use this idea that we're only going to employ the death penalty when we have this clear DNA evidence, and maybe that brings both sides into agreement and allows for an acceptable compromise. Another option for using an issue to develop a thesis would be to say, well, maybe we can offer an alternative that addresses the concerns of each, but doesn't really express any of the ideas that they've already put forward. So one thing might be to offer a program that reduces violent crime without the use of the death penalty. So obviously, again, both sides are concerned about being able to protect individuals. If we have a program that heads off violent crime before it happens, then we don't need the death penalty. So to look at a particular program and propose it would be a great policy statement and a great speech that might provide an alternative idea that appeals to both sides.